All right. Welcome, moon lovers. This is Imber, and today we take 8 minutes on the clock for an important key to unlock the magic within. I have here my illustrious guest. Hello, Kat. Good morning.
Good morning.
So today we're talking about untangling. It has been our topic for this month, for this moon phase, and we're focused now on this first quarter energy and what that means for us. So, with untangling, this topic has been so much fun already because not only is it about emotional healing, which may not sound like fun, but it is because we have taken a little playfulness attitude toward it. But this new or first quarter moon energy, we're talking about activating transformation at a DNA level. Now that too sounds pretty heavy, right?
Yeah, right.
But I get a question for you. So let's kick it off with this.
All right.
In what ways do you like to activate transformation?
Oh gosh. Well, really always, but like you're talking about specifically what I like to do to activate this
Yeah, you
transformation.
personally. Yeah.
I think music, dance, like anything to raise my vibration
Mhm.
because, ultimately that's what does it. It really is, I feel like collectively we are as a whole because of the energies that we're experiencing here in 2024 that we've been on this journey for a long time. And as somebody who's been into personal development, I feel like my whole entire life being a Scorpio, it's like it's always that depth that I seek. And when you seek depth, it creates a different energy. I feel like, I'm married to a Scorpio, which is kind of, like I want to do just a little bit of a comparison because I'm a female and he's a male, and I don't know that that has anything to do with it because I've studied our relationship a lot, and of just like being Scorpios and this, but it's like if he has the depth, he doesn't tell me about it. And so for me to use that for my evolution, my depth, I'm like, what is this? Like I would think, like typically you say that's a Scorpio trait, right? That they want to go to those dark places and
Right.
transformation is like that's like our bloodline, it's like a blood type or whatever.
Right. Your
But
archetype.
exactly. But I think, yeah, even, yeah, our DNA,
Mhm.
it's really that level. But saying, so I seek out relationships that help me to have those in-depth conversations. I put myself in silence. That's where my mind can do the work for my body. Utilizing music, specifically like binaural beats, those things that really put me into that state of like meditation is great. So those are all ways that I've used to really create my transformation and boundaries. Like that's another thing that as somebody who's in my late 50s, mid to late 50s, I guess, really is the
Weird when you
boundary.
say it out loud, huh?
Right. It's but applying boundaries too because growing up, that wasn't something that was very common, especially for women. It was like, we were instructed to be people pleasers and to submit, and very much a different energy than the energy that we're experiencing today. So going back to the collective, what I was saying in 2024, evolution, it's happening whether we realize it or not. But for us to be intentional with it, with this untangling and to sit and untangle, it's like take a moment and just breathe or allow spirit to come through really creates that transformation.
When when we talk about, transformation at a DNA level, really normally you think of this long term from, like one generation to the next kind of deal. So changes that you make there. So like how do you know that it's actually happened?
I see it in my children. I see it in the conversations that I have with my children. They're grown now, and that's where I really, yeah, that's probably been the biggest and best feeling to hear those words that they've heard over and over again, because I have made that my life mission to create this transformation on earth, not just for my family but for the collective. And everything is energy, and so it just takes a different form. And so I think about like the butterfly, and going from the caterpillar to the butterfly. That's literally changing, transformation at the DNA level. But you have to go through, number one, it's coded in them. They go and they take the rest, completely dissolve, and then they come out and trust the process. Like that being another part of this, of saying, I'm committed to doing this work. And even though, we're a different species, it's all collective. It's all that,
Yeah.
all DNA. So it really, I
Are
think
the
that
cycles of life,
exactly. So I get
regardless of what's alive. Yeah.
exactly. I get really excited about this because I think, just being able to look back, because hindsight, right? We can see so clearly in hindsight, but going through it, I carried a lot of heaviness from my childhood, and realized, I didn't want to give that to my children.
Mm.
So actively seeking that transformation.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, I get that. Okay, so when the dance, you said that was the first thing you said was,
Yeah. Yes.
well, you
Movement.
didn't say dance, you said music. I heard dance. I saw you dancing.
I think I said both of them together,
Oh,
really.
okay, good, good, because
Yeah.
I was picturing you dancing. Um, so when do you do that? And do you do that like a conscious time frame of like tonight I'm going to, or is it more of a spontaneous thing?
I really believe, well, it's both. And a lot of people, I think, like in our culture, I think a lot of people have transformed it to like working out, but that being like a, a different energy, with the way of like going back to, like you said, the intuition we talked about on our new moon call. It was like that intuition of saying, do I need to move my body? And a lot of times it's just that matter of, like,
Oh,
just get that feeling.
that's
Oh,
it. Time's
all
up.
right. Wow. Yeah, that went by fast. 8 minutes. So, what was your key takeaway?
I loved the what you said about the trusting the process, finding things. What I took from this is finding things that you really love doing, right? Practices of self-love that you love to do and incorporate them into life and then trust the process and trust that, it will metamorphose into that change that you want to see for the future.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great. Because yeah, and by me having the children and having this, it really has taken at least a decade to see the results, because when they're in the teenage years, it's much rebellion, but now that they're in their 20s and 30s, it's like, wow, this is beautiful. And so, like, just exactly what you said, decades. We see it, it takes time, but we have to trust the process, and we have to know that in 2024, we're here. It's time. If you haven't started consciously already, do it now.
We're
So,
here to support.
yes, absolutely. So with that, yeah, tell us how you would answer that question. Join us on Luna's Vault Academy, or and lunasvault.com first, but inside the academy, where we go in depth on all of these topics and really see what entangling looks like to you. So until next time,
Happy manifesting.
happy manifesting.